So it was it was in March, and it was literally on the 3rd of March, and I was aware that by the 6th of March we would run out of money. I mean, just literally have no more money in the bank, and I'd have to do the thing that I didn't ever imagine I'd have to do. In every startup, you know that you're going to be faced with tough decisions. You hope that they're decisions like, this is the good way, this is the bad way, what do I pick? But unfortunately, that's not the case. Unfortunately, you have, well, this is a cruddy decision and this is a cruddy decision, and I don't know what to pick. In this particular case, I was an officer of a startup. I was on the executive team. And I had to decide as an employer whether or not I kept this data from our staff, because we didn't want them to suddenly just kind of freak out, because there were some options. We were trying to close a small round, a bridge loan, something that would let us keep going. Do I tell the employees or not? That's the question on the one hand. On the other hand is the fact that one of the employees was my brother, my younger brother, who was married and had, at the time, 2 children, my nephews. Do you tell your employees? No, let's just not tell them. Let's give it 3 days. Let's see if we really can raise the round, close the deal. Do I tell my brother? Guys, how do you not? How do you not say, I think it's time for you to start looking at another option? And then, to make matters worse, and the reason why I remember it was March 3rd, and in 3 days would be March 6th, is because my brother's birthday was on March 6th. I was sick to my stomach for 3 days straight, because I didn't know, do I tell him or do I not tell him? Do I make the decision based on an executive? Do I make the decision based on as a brother? And I didn't have a good answer. And so I worked like mad with the rest of our executive team to close the bridge round. I decided not to say anything. I still don't know to this day if that was the right call. I was scared I was going to have to let my brother go on his birthday with no notice. But we closed around. I tell you that story because, honestly, we like to talk about all the fun stuff as an entrepreneur, all the I launched this product and these are all the customers we had and signups are going great and I'm getting recurring revenue. And we don't talk about the challenges, the difficulties, the tough choices, the things that make our jobs and our lives miserable. Because it's hard. It's hard, and more often than not, it's just easier to just get a job and not run a company and not be responsible for people. Some days, man, it just feels like let me go work somewhere and sit at a desk. Entrepreneurship is difficult and challenging. And so, today, what I thought I'd do is just introduce you to 5 of my friends, 5 folks that I think are pretty cool guys. Pretty amazing folks. And they're all resources for you if you're an entrepreneur. And I know it's a little crazy because I coach startups, and so you're thinking, are you introducing me to your competitors? I don't see them as competitors. I literally see them as 5 really incredible resources that you should get to know. And so if you take a look right below here, what you're going to see is my introduction and my way of telling you about Corey Miller, the CEO of iThemes, and Curtis, who's the author of a book called Don't Be an Idiot, which, honestly, I wish I had that title. I wish I'd written a book with that title because it's an awesome title. 80, the ex-CEO of WooThemes. James Dahlman, a designer and now a guy running a site, a membership site you may not have heard of. And, of course, some people say Corey Miller has the sexiest voice in the WordPress community. I think maybe it's a push between him and Troy Dean. Troy Dean out of Melbourne, who's running an accelerator for WordPress consultants. 5 resources that I think you ought to check out. Thanks.